like I said, my mom also started getting the pressure, so I think she asked around and she was told about Brigadier Saka. And for the first time, initially I didn't want to go because I was done. I had just said, I had closed the door on that. It won't happen. Let me just live my life. Let's, and we had made peace with that. But I think when she couldn't get through me, she got through her son-in-law. So he said, you know what? Let's just go and see him to let her know that we've gone to see him. And for the first time in our lives, we walked into a consulting room where, you know, we spent about 4 hours with Brigadier Saka and he didn't talk about pregnancy or babies. Nothing. We had every conversation under the sun but that.
I see. But that was the reason you went?
But that was the reason why we went. So it was when we were leaving that he said, okay, the two of you, I need you to do, then he wrote some tests he needed us to run. So we should run it and bring him the results. And we kind of felt okay, just talking to him.
Yeah.
4 hours, we talked about everything. He's actually my oldest godfather. Then we took the test back. Then he said he had to do flashing because he's seen some things. So he did that. Then he said, you know what? I'll just put you on some good hormonal stuff that will mess with your system, because as soon as he said that, we said, he said no. And just live your lives. Just live. I want the two of you to live. 3 months down the line, and I didn't even notice. I got constantly sick and I didn't know why.
And you weren't consciously trying this time around?
No.
Great.
No. So he called and he said, hey, just because I said people should live life, so I haven't heard from any of you. And I said, well, I'm not feeling well. And he said, okay, pass by and let me see what's wrong with you. So when I got to the hospital, he said, oh, okay, I just, you're not feeling well, but to do the test, let's run a malaria test. I need blood. Apparently, it was blood sample
that he wanted.
But he didn't tell me, because he said, he didn't want me to panic. So we were still talking to him. We were in his consulting room, we were chatting with him. Then the results came back, and he started laughing. And he said, okay, you have a little bit of malaria, but I want you to lie on this bed. Let me run a scan and see if you've picked anything to up. And as soon as the machine hit my stomach, you could hear the heartbeats.
Fetal heartbeats.
He said, are you quiet? I said, you should go and live life. So this is what the two of you have gone to do.
Wow.
But then he said, you're going on bed rest. We'll have to stitch you. And I need you to decide that we are having an elective CS at this week. I'm not even going to
have a conversation around
on that.
It's a military.
Yes, very military.
Regimental.
And unlike people who were going for antenatal once a month, I was going for antenatal like literally
every week.
So at 30, 35, 36 weeks, he said, this boy looks like he's strong enough to come out, and he wants to run. He wants to do the CS. So we had the CS, and he said as soon as they wheeled me into the theater, my BP started shooting. So he put me off. So I didn't even know what was happening. But I remember hearing the cry when he took him out. I remember hearing it. And then when I opened my eyes finally, the first question I asked was, where's my baby?